like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring that little bell so you're notified when new videos drop, and it is another episode of Star Trek Strange New Worlds. And I'm going to say this is not a fluke. I like this show. I actively like this show, and I've rewatched it, right? I really genuinely like this show. I'm amazed. I am absolutely amazed that I like it. I still pinch myself with disbelief. And I know when I tell people, they look at me like, what? 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 It's good? What? No. No. So, what on earth do I mean by it's rather good, right? So this is what to expect going in. And this analogy comes from your boy Zach's channel, and he really nailed it. Like, imagine Star Trek had a stroke. Imagine Star Trek had a stroke, and it's relearning how to do things. So it's very innocent. I would say innocent science fiction that feels like it's from the 1950s, right? It's like if you've been following science fiction all your life and you've read books and whatever, nothing of this is going to seem new, but it does seem new in today's environment where it just seems very innocent. It just seems very innocent, somewhat simplistic. The only thing about this show I really don't like is Lieutenant Ortega, who, no doubt, I am convinced beyond convinced on the casting sheet, they said she had to be Latinx, right? Which is a way that liberal white people talk about people, Latino people, and they hate Latinx, right? They hate Latinx. When I say they, the vast majority of, they can't stand it. Quite right too, right? I think there's an element of when you name something, you can kind of have ownership of it, which is what I think they would like over the Hispanic voting bloc. Anyway, I digress. She's awful, right? Just go in there. She's an awful character who's been shoehorned in and doesn't really work. I don't really like the security chief either. And she's played by basically a little girl. And it doesn't really work. Actually, no, here's the problem with her, is that her name is Noonien Singh. So you've got too many bits of backstory going on there. That said, I love the aesthetic. I understand it's a stupid reason to like something. I genuinely like the aesthetic. I like the characters. All the characters absolutely grown on me. This I thought was a good episode. I thought it was an intelligent way. I mean, listen, I saw it was coming very, very early on, right? Because I've been through this dance before, but I do like, this is kind of like a new gateway for young people to find out what real science fiction is. And I had a really nice science fiction idea. I put it on the thumbnail, open heterosexuality. You don't see that sort of representation these days, so I'm really quite excited about it. And again, I thought the story was quite a good one, right? Quite an interesting one, well acted with an interesting turn, and made me think, right? Made me think, which is what good science fiction is supposed to do. So for me, it's a winner, and I understand. There's a lot of you out there watching this who have been deeply, deeply hurt. I mean, genuinely, deeply hurt by the Kurtzman Star Trek, right? I understand that. I'm one of them, right? I was like, it's an abomination, in my opinion. This is, if I view this on its own merits, right? If I go into it without the baggage of what's gone before, which I understand is a high bar for most people to get over, a lot of people to get over. But when I first watched it, I watched the first episode expecting to hate it. I was going to take the piss out of it, right? But I'm watching this. I got to be honest. Like, that's really my corner, my cornerstone. I got to be honest, right? And I was thinking, if this was a fan film, and I miss those fan films, like something else that Kurtzman destroyed. If this was a fan film, I would love this, right? I would love this. So yeah, like I said, Lieutenant Ortega, annoying, right? Absolutely. All you really need to do is gender swap with Lieutenant Ortega, and that would be fine, right? That would really, really work. But it just doesn't. And this. You had the other episode where Nurse Chapel was a bi-slut. Basically, she explained describes herself as like, I like to sleep with everything. I don't want to have any relationships. I didn't really like that either. But these are minor quibbles. I find this an entertaining 45-minute hour of TV, which I look forward to, right? Which is, again, it's very rare in this TV landscape. So anyway, like, share, subscribe, comment. All those things are very, very good. let me know why you hate it, right? Let me know why you hate it. And again, there are stupid things in it. The episode I'm going to be reviewing today, this is Tuesday, June 21st, I'm making this video. The episode I'm going to be reviewing today has a bunch of stupid bits in it. I don't really care, right? Because, I don't think the stupidity was driven by a desire to shoehorn in uncomfortably a worldview that really not many people agree with, right? So I think it's fine. I absolutely think it's fine. Anyway, like, share, subscribe. Thank you very much. I'm very grateful for everybody doing it. I really am. YouTube is they are doing whatever they can to squash my channel. So like, share, subscribe. Thank you very much. Comment. Let me know what you think. Sharing really, really does help. Sign up my Substack. It's in the email notes below. It's my email no, it's in the video notes, not the email notes. It's my email newsletter. If ever you don't see me put content out, YouTube has banned me. I'm on Rumble. I'm on. I got an alternative channel, and I wait for the day that the apocalypse comes and swallows up YouTube altogether, and we will just move to Rumble. Wouldn't that be a wonderful world? Anyway. So this review was from was it Sunday? My live stream I did on Sunday, the 19th of June. Which is about 2 days back in the dim mist of the past, as I'm going to hand over to my former self, my earlier self, and let me tell you, I've improved with age. I'm actually better looking now. So anyway, I'm going to hand over to me. That's the only thing I don't like about it. It's the theme tune. The theme tune is so bloody generic. Okay, so you got to view this as somebody's take on Star Trek, right? This isn't this isn't in continuity. It's no way in continuity. Don't let that bother you. See, it opens up with you get this good Star Trek logo as the Enterprise goes whoosh, whoa, whooshy, whoosh, and this is totally not for you to be off your tits on weed, right? But if you are, oh boy, I bet it's gonna be great. Whoa, whoosh, whoa, Star Trekky, da 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 da. I like that shit. Okay, that's just me. I like it. Okay. What schools more trauma, says Stephen Amro. Where'd it go? Putin or Jody? There's only one right answer. Well, you know what? I don't think I touched on one. Let me know in the chat. Okay. Was it last episode of Strange World was the way Ortega talks to a commanding officer? In this case, the captain. Okay, Ortega's the one character. What the lesbian with the size of a head shaved? Yeah, she's awful, right? She's freaking awful. No, you're not getting any argument, man. You know why I'm not arguing with you that she's awful? Because she's awful. It's oh god. Okay, just go get Q and go boom, make that into a bloke. It's fine, right? Then it works. Yeah, and I'll just put up with the security officer, but she's a bit annoying. Anyway, I'm a sucker for this. I watch this on my big screen and I go, oh, I love classic Trek. Designed and body with modern effects. I do. I'm very weak when I see this. Oh, and now, did they ever do this in Star Trek? Put the I know they don't in Star Wars, and then they did in what's it called again? Rogue One. The Magellan system. Okay, so then the Magellan system. I can't remember if they've ever done this before. But okay. I think they do. Okay, I'm very much warming up to Pike, especially after the episode after this, where he does the with the mutiny thing. Pop goes the Weasel here. How you doing, sir? Hey, how you doing, you mad person? My wife thinks you sound like Basil Buzz. Boom, boom. Well, that's high praise indeed. Anyway, I am warming to Pike. I'm warming to his like soft-boiled thing, right? I'm warming to Uhura. I wish he had hair. I wish he was like much hotter and wore less clothes. So she's on rotation this month with the little English security officer who's in Doctor Who and Black Mirror, right? That was there she goes, and she's so annoyingly called Noonien Singh, right? Okay, you can only have so much backstory before it gets stupid. Disaster is here. How you doing, Disaster? Like it really is. Like she's okay. So she was kidnapped by the Gorn. Sort of people use as breeding sacks. That doesn't sound nice, right? all right, and eaten by Gorn Young, whatever, right? So she knows about. So she's got all that backstory, and like she's like got all this post-traumatic stress from that, right? And her name is Noonien Sung because she's a direct relative of Carl Noonien Sung. It's too much, right? It's too many conceits at that point, right? And it's unnecessary. The one backstory you made is perfectly fine. Anyway, she's a big hard ass, and Uhura is her trainee as much. And she's like super hard. You can never be off duty being a scooter. Anyway, so number one goes. Basically, she's Uhura. There's some kind of fight going on. Pew pew pew. As Spock says, look, I know I don't look like Leonard Nimoy, but I'm reading that too, Captain. Anyway, there's a Magellan shuttle being attacked by this other thing. And Enterprise zooms in. And again, I love this aesthetic. I'm sorry. It looks really cool, okay? It looks really cool. And he's like saying, listen, you're having a big fight. You calm it down and we'll talk about it. And then they turn around and they start firing at Enterprise. Go, pew, pew, pew. This is an act of aggression. We're going to have to take action. So okay, and they just keep firing at them. Pew, 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 right? So then they target their engines only, and they hit it much more severely. And yes, she is shit, this character. Get rid of her. Right, I agree with you. It's not the actress's fault. It's just where I'm like, oh god, just get rid of it. I don't know who this British Crew of the Week is. What he's one of that? He's one. He's the was it Uhuru, right? Anyway, they beam down. Oh no, they beam the people over from the ship that was attacked. And it's an old flame. I love that it's an old fucking flame. It's so Star Trek. That's so TOS Star Trek, right? Okay, and you could say this show is very simplistic, and it's like it's sci-fi for people who haven't seen science fiction before. Fine, I agree. That's what it is. It's science fiction that introduces people to science. If you don't know anything from science fiction, this is innovative and interesting, right? That's why it feels like it. Scripting does feel kind of 1950s-ish because it's very innocent, right? Anyway, so they met before when he was there earlier, and they're a very reclusive species. And they go, Chris? And then first, this little kid turns up and her father, and he's like, this is first servant, most important person ever. Very important, but it's great to see you, and I'm very horny. I said, hi, this is number one. We're not shagging. And he's like, I must get the kid to sick bay. And it goes titles. Da, da, da. And boring music. Looks beautiful. Look at the twinkle of the impulse engines. Oh, look at that dish. I love that dish. It's gorgeous, right? It's gorgeous. And the nacelles, it all looks good. And again, don't do drugs, kids. But if you're off your tits, it's very good. I mean, look, I like the there we go. Come back. Where is it? Did I go back to 1 second? Let me. I like the detailing on the hull. 1 second. There you go. Look at that detailing. It's just really cool. Okay, I'm sorry. It's really super cool. Whoosh. And it's Star Trek. And by the way, this was a shot from one of the episodes, and it looks like a Star Trek book cover from the 1970s before they did the movie. It's got that 1950s vibe. And again, it's science fiction people who've never seen it before. I totally get that, but this is a great gateway drug, right? Anyway, he's like, I gotta get me to sick bay. And I like the Doctor as well. The Doctor's very cool. So the Doctor's got this interesting backstory. His daughter's dying of this like genetic disease or something, and he's keeping her in the transport buffer, and he generally comes out every now and again so she doesn't degrade or whatever. I don't know. Yeah. So and he's waiting to meet an alien that has the cure, right? And they go and check him out. He's talking to his. That's what he's doing right now. He's having his daughter's out the. I don't have any pictures of it. I'm a schmuck. Okay, his daughter's out of the transporter, and he's reading a story, and she beams back into the transport butter. Anyway, he she's these are people from a nearby colony. I can't remember, Penta 3 or something. I can't remember. And they have an animosity towards us, and they were trying to kill the first servant. Super important. And he says Spocky thing. Captain. I like Captain Pike, right? I like Captain Pike. Yeah, Malcolm Magnesia, actually, you're right. This does tie to this episode. Gene Roddenberry didn't believe in God, and in the original series, every time the Enterprise encountered a civilization that worshipped God, the God was always evil, right? It was always an evil computer. That's a very good point. It's a very, very good point, and they were great episodes as well. However, I would say that Gene Roddenberry very much epitomized the shared American values of the day, right? Which were overwhelmingly Judeo-Christian in terms of like just being nice to each other, right? So that's why I think his Star Trek is very, very moral at the same time. So anyway, again, Pike, very easygoing, relaxed, do like him. Now we get Nurse Chapel, and okay, I'm in, I'm on board. She's super hot, and her name is Bush. I mean, really, okay. I guess. Look, there's not many women who can really carry off a white spandex outfit. You got to give it up to her for that, right? You really do. And the kid's really cute. The kid's super smart and really cute. He's like saying, he looks at the thingy, and he goes, "Oh, it's very primitive, but it's very cool. I like it. I like playing with it." And he's like a kid. And his father's very protective. By the way, I love the freaking outfit. Oh my god, the costume, perfect color blue, and it's got a medical vibe at the same time as being Star Trek-y. So he said, no, don't do anything. Just let me scan your medicine's far too primitive for the first servant, right? Oh yeah, this is him playing with the scanner, and he's like, he's starting to get an idea he might have technology for his daughter. So anyway, they beam down to check the shuttle, the crash of the thing they blew up, and they go and they look around and they've deleted all the records of what's going on there. Right, they don't know, and everybody's dead. It's a bit of a mystery, and they're looking at it, and they find this thing. Spock finds this thing, and he's like, fascinating. And he asks, "Do you know what this is?" No, I totally don't know what. Well, actually, she does carry it quite nicely. It does feel like, but I kind of guess she was lying at this point. Again, it's very simplistic sci-fi. I'm enjoying it. It's relaxing. Right, for me, this is really relaxing. Right, it's and she's found this like coin thing there, which is going to be an important plot point. Oh, 1 second. Just kidding. Oh, my wife must be home. There you go. Anyway, so so she finds this like coin thing, right? And it's like, and she gives it to Pike, right? So this is a coin you get if you're one of the honor guard. It's been all scratched out, which is like heresy, right? And it's a sign of like an insurrectionist. So he says, come and help me check out my private guard. He's like, well, okay then. And it's a very cool kind of, how would you describe it? What's that game with it? Little Sisters. What was that name of that game? BioShock. So they did other ones with like was floating in the clouds. I never played those ones, but that's basically the idea. It's very elegant, very advanced society. He's getting his gun ready for taking this thing out. So Spock says, "Do you recognize this thing?" And he's like, "Maybe." I'll look at it for you. So the kid, I can't remember. This scene is just the kid like being really smart, really fun, and he's making you like the kid, right? And he's like, he's being childlike and he's being clever. It's a nice scene, right? So she's like, you've all got to present your coins. She goes and checks the coins and says, wait a minute. That one's just been repaired. Ah! They catch him and he runs away. I'm running. Ah! Oh, he went backwards. And a bloke comes to stop him. Doink! And he's not very good at it. And he gets away. Another more fearsome bloke comes, right? And he still gets away. Anyway. Then comes Christopher Pike, not armed at all. And he sock it and he pulls out his gun and says, freeze, punk, make my day. He doesn't say that. But it's at that point. Okay, so he gets him and she's like, what's going on? And he's like, we got to end this. And he grabs her and he's about to cut her throat. But she fights him off and gets him on the ground and stabs him in the heart. So he can't answer any questions about what's going on. Keep making it seem things are pretty quiet. Another little scene with the Captain Kirk's brother, George Kirk, for some unknown reason. Saying like, oh, you've got to tell the security woman that you should do a whole 2 week, a whole hour or something. As an hour of what? Says, I'm going to go now. He runs away. So she's got a whole bunch of isolinear chips. And he wants her to see if she can translate them. He's like, but you stole these. He's like, I may have acquired them. I don't know. So they were trying to work out a mystery of who was attacking them and why. Right. So he's talking about medicine and he works out he's got a cure for his daughter, essentially. Right. And they talk about it. He wakes up. Meanwhile, back in the elegant palace, they back their eyelids at each other and they exhibit normative heterosexuality. I never see this on TV. Normative heterosexuality. Chris White kiss back and they're in bed. Yay. Again, how long is it since you've seen a man and woman in bed together? Right? It's crazy. But and they look very nice together as well. Just say they're a photogenic couple. Right? He's built. I didn't notice when I was taking the screen grabs. He looks good. So it's like they got this like nice romance going on, and they're like, talk about how their society, how important this first servant is. So she's translated them all, and she's made an incredible finding. Meanwhile, he's walking in and he finds his daughter awake. And the little kid has woken up and they're playing this game. He's like, what's going on? You shouldn't be awake. No, you can die of whatever it is, mixed mitosis. And the kid's very clever, though, and he says, bye, and transports out, said, you can't tell anybody about this. And he's just saying, oh, I was just playing, and you should go. Anyway, so she's analyzed these isolated chips from the colony that doesn't like them. And it's a dun dun dun. This was very obvious. They're the same people, right? They're the same people. They have the same root language. It's impossible for them to be different, right? They are 100% the same people. And he says, "This is curious, Captain. Why would they keep this quiet? Why would they not tell you?" Anyway, so right, and he gets a call that what's the name? The boy and the guy's father. First, the father says, "You can't protect us. We're gonna go." He said, "No, wait, we need to talk about this. You're safest here," they decided. And then all of a sudden they beam out. It's like, who told you to beam them out? I said, I didn't do it. And by the way, I am living proof this is a different universe. Because in the universe you know me from, I'm an orange-haired Irishman. So that was weird. Maybe I identify differently in 15 years. I don't know, but I doubt it. There's somebody locked onto them when we put our shields down when they set transport. And then all of a sudden, he beams back and said, "Oh, where's the first servant? No!" And a warship has them, right? And he's like, duh. So they say, "Quick, get a tractor beam on them." And everybody remembers why. They cannot stand Lieutenant Lesbian. Lieutenant Lesbian is just annoying as hell, right? And again, I'm sorry. Look at this eye candy. Freaking eye candy is gorgeous, right? This eye candy is redonkulous. It's gorgeous. So gets in there, and then it tries to go to the warp anyway, and it's going to blow up. I said, well, we can't let that happen because then the kid will be dead. And so okay, let it go, and they let it go, and suddenly, wow, bush, it blows up. I didn't get a picture of that. I thought it did. It blows up. Go, wow, that's what it just started blowing up there. And you're like, oh crap. And he's like, oh, not good news. So he tries to explain to his girlfriend, and she's like, this is the end of everything. I said, well, I know it's a tragedy, but maybe you can pick something else. I got calling. It's a one second. Well, this might be on my daughter. Let me see if it is. Hello. I'm in the middle of a live stream. Say hello to everyone. She says hi, everyone. What do you want? Oh, you just here. I'll 1 second. Yeah. Let me see. If one came in. Oh, it just came in now. 3228. Never separate a young lady from their Disney Plus. I'm telling you, Disney Plus is catnip for women. You see, women love it, right? Men are like, yeah, women love it, and they make men have to get it. It's not good. You're in? Okay, very good. Enjoy. Bye. That was worth interrupting the stream for. Anyway, so he's like, yeah, you calm down, bitch. And she's like, it's the end of everything. I said, what's going on? Can you explain? So they work out he kidnapped her. He was the one who lowered the shield, and he's the one who did this, right? And then Spock said, wait a minute, come with me here. And he says there's been an SOS on the Charles channel. There's private channel that I recorded. And it's been sending out, and it's coming from right here. And there the kid is. Hey, I'm still alive. And so I got to get down right now. It's very important. Otherwise, everyone's going to die. And said, oh, okay, I guess we'll do that. And they get down very quickly for First Servant Day or whatever it is. And he said, oh, you're so good. I am so going to suck your dick for this, Chris. You're going to get the blowjob or blowjobs for this, mate. Very good. Very, very good. He's like, well, I don't want to dissuade you. Maybe you want to a bit of Federation membership. He says, I'll have a bit of your Federation member shit, baby. Yeah. So she's giving very DTF eyes to Captain Pike, and I like that. Look at that. A man and a woman having sex. Oh my God! It's something you don't see in 2022 on TV. I mean, I think you see lots of men and women having sex on TV. I'm talking about in drama. Probably, yeah, I would say. So yay! It's First Servant Day. So now she's interrogating him, saying, "What's up with this? Why do you do all this? What? Is I couldn't go through with it. It's cruel. It's just cruel and evil. It's cruel and evil. What is cruel and evil? What is cruel and evil? Let me turn my camera back on. There you go. As a father, I needed to protect my son. From what? I said, oh, here it comes. And they said there's some kind of neural network that links the entire planet. That's the way everything works. And they look, we have to. And she's, oh my God, they're going to do something to the kid. We gotta call Pike. So they go, oh, they're being blocked, right? They're being blocked. They can't get signals. So it said, okay, Mr. Spock, beam somebody down. He's like, oh no, we're also being blocked. I can't get through. So they come through to the First Servant set, and he's like, and they have a nice bit of a digital backdrop. And he starts doing the ceremony. Do you accept this willingly? Yay! And he's like, yes, I do. Oh, without reservation. And then they see the body of the last First Servant come out. It's like, oh, shit. Are you sure you want this? Maybe. And Pike realizes that, wait a minute, this kid is not up for this. He's like, no, let him see. Let him see. So they bring in the former first servant, and it's this desiccated corpse of a kid, and apparently they use the kid as a regulator for the neural network that keeps the whole place alive. But he ends up like this. I don't know how many they get through. Is it like, do you get one a week? Is it one a year? Is it 10 years? I don't know. It doesn't look like he's having a good time. And Pike's like, holy shit. And he's like, I can't go through with this. So I like this. Good moral action hero. And the kid's like, I'm really not for this. He fights them off, and the kid's like, whoa! So he rushes to save him, and the guard like bumps him on the head, and he sees her as he passes out. And then next day he wakes up, says, hi. So, didn't work out so good, but you'll still get the blowjob if you're a good boy. He's like, whoa, wait a minute, where's the kid? Well, we got to go and rescue him. And he's like, that's not possible. He's already plugged in. He's like, what's going on? And she explains it. Basically, the whole city runs on the sacrifice of this kid. He says, look, this is wrong and this is evil, right? I'm not up for this. He's like, oh, you're just being procreal. Oh, and the whole thing is they didn't want to join the Federation because they're very private, because they basically want to keep this quiet because they're somewhat embarrassed by it, right? And he's like, oh, screw you. Want to beat him up. And he's gone. And she's like, oh, he thinks I'm a cunt. Yes, you just suck the living life force out of a kid. Not in a good way. I have to tell you, all these like hot teachers, hot female teachers that have sex with their students, it doesn't seem like, if it's abuse, I think I can put up with that, right? I've had much abuse in my life. That's the abuse I can put up with. Who knows? Although it does set you up with ridiculous expectations in life. Anyway, he's asked the guy for help, right, earlier for his daughter, and he's like, no, we got a prime directive. You can't have our technology, right? And he's like, I'm going to walk you through the area of study, so you'll be able to let me see the patient. And he's basically going to give him the cure that he's going to have to work out, right? Meanwhile, Pike is like, oh, that sucked. I was going to be happy, and it was all sad. Again, very simplistic science fiction, right? It's really what it is. It's very simplistic science fiction, and it flies off for another day. Da 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 da. Tzvi Lebetkin, the rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you know when new videos drop.